and tell me what comes to mind.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Let me understand this. Despite seeing those pictures, you'll race again.
Yeah. And we'll race again.
Street racing spectators also take their chances on vehicles spinning out of control and plowing into the crowd. And travelers passing through can end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
When they come upon a scene that it ends up in a tragic fatality, street races will go by the fatal. In the most recent one, we had the driver was thrown out of his car and hanging out the window.
The driver, a spectator making a U-turn, was struck broadside by a racer.
And a parade of no less than 300 cars drove by slowly, kind of looked. When we stopped to say, hey, you know, this is one of yours. And they said, hey, it's no big deal. It's a chance you take.
Sure, you get the other people coming out here that don't know what's going on, don't know who's coming down with their headlights off, pull out in front of somebody, yeah, they get hit. Now, I'm not saying that it's our fault, and I'm not saying it's their fault because it's
your fault.
Okay, it is our fault to a certain degree.
If you're racing and you hit an onlooker, so what?
Oh, no.
That's a part of street racing?
I mean, we're 100% at fault. There's no denying that because what we're doing is illegal.
Street racers are obviously willing to risk it all, but not on this street. Not anymore. LA sheriffs moved in and shut them down.
Okay, Team 1, let's roll it. Attention, street racers, spectators, onlookers. This is a Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. You're in violation of California Vehicle Code, speed laws.
Between 11 p.m. and about 2 in the morning, sheriffs seal the race area and cuff suspects. They issue 128 citations, store or impound 18 cars, and send 18 young people to jail. Their cases are still pending.
How are you, man? Sitting there watching you.
No,
Went all the way to the end, burning it out.
No,
Good burnout, man. It was a good burnout. I have to admit, I'll give you credit for that.
No, look at the tires, sir. I swear to God, I'm down on my mom's grave right now, sir. I'm not. Look at that, sir. If it's burning out, you can tell.
Don't waste my time. Don't insult my intelligence, all right?
I know, sir. I know.
Do you realize right down here a guy was killed a couple of months ago because of this very thing?
Not very comfortable, gentlemen, but that's jail.
A rebel in his own mind, supporter of our rhymes, designed to scatter a line of suckers who claim I do crime. They on my time, dig it.
Hey, yo, Chuck, they think we taking shots. Show 'em this is Cole Medina, man. Come on, kick it.
Terminator.
I wasn't even, I mean, I'm driving my dad's, show car. I'm not gonna take the chance of getting into an accident.
You have your day in court. That's why you're here. You're gonna go to court. You can explain that to the judge.
I don't think it's fair.
You may or may not know that there's some person knowledge here, that there's a business center here, and people are real upset with the conduct of street racers. The bottom line is you were caught.
I just won't praise ya, old enough to raise ya, so this will phase ya. Get it right, boy, maybe I will praise ya. Playing the role I got sold to.
Police are frustrated by a legal system that views street racing only as a misdemeanor. In Los Angeles, first-time offenders can get a maximum of 90 days in jail and/or a $1,000 fine. The judge can also suspend a racer's driver's license for a few months.
Don't the penalties for street racing really amount to a slap on the wrist?
If even that.
It may be something that seems like a slap on the wrist, but it's something that says to them, there's a consequences to my behavior.
It's like the law doesn't exist.
That's another high. The fact that it's illegal. That it's illegal, That's another high. Ooh, the cops could get you.
It's part of the sport of street racing to elude the consequences. The rules of the game are the same whether you squeal down the streets of Los Angeles or here in Florida. And police fight the same battle to shut the racers down. Wayne Cole knows the thrill of saving a life. He's a paramedic. But being a responsible citizen hasn't stopped him from knowing the high of street racing.
Wow, what a rush! Oh, man! 125 miles an hour on the Speedo. Whew, let me get my heart back in my chest. All these people, all different races, colors, black, white, You name it, get out there, and I've never seen one fight break out. Everybody just goes out there, has a good time, nobody gets hurt. We just all get along real good, and everybody knows one another.
Wayne says his bosses haven't yet told him to stop breaking the law. But in the heat of the race, the law is not what's on everyone's mind. Money is.
Came with 3 and got 50.
You say you want to run for $2 grand. Come on, what's the big deal?
We're doing it right now. That's it.
So we're ready. Where's the money?
Put the car on the line. Put the $2,000 and we put it right there.
Big money bets are common. Sometimes they can run to $10,000 a race. To command big bucks like that, you have to talk a good game.
First thing they're going to ask you is, well, what does your car run? Naturally, you're not going to tell them. Because if they know what your car runs, you know, they know theirs is faster or vice versa. So you just BS them. You just...
The car right there.
All right.
Those are $2,000.
Hey, yo, Chuck, man, I don't understand this, man. Yo, you got to slow down, man. You're losing them.
Radio, suckers never play me. All the mix, they just don't play me now.
Hold everything. I'm going to tell you hey, wait a minute. Okay, hold it.
It's getting late when Wayne finally works out the details of his big money race. But then someone comes along with an offer he can't refuse.
Oh my God!
Let's go.
You have 5 minutes to clear out. 5 minutes to clear out.
There's nowhere to go anymore. You know what I'm saying? Nowhere to go. We're grown men. We know how to drive cars. What's up with this?
Across the country, racers are taking to the streets because legitimate tracks have closed down. Many insurance companies don't want to cover amateur racetracks, and neighbors complain about the noise.
When he was trying to get us to race
In Los Angeles and Miami, racers call him Big Willie. He has become their voice, speaking to the powers that be, seeking a sanctioned track for street racers.
I am going into the neighborhoods. It's a war zone. I am talking to the kids on the streets. What I would like for the commissioner to do, I would like to try to get the track open as quick as possible.
But the city leaders so far haven't bought his argument. They're more concerned with liability, gambling, and safety, no matter where the racers are. Big Willie says this empty lot is right for racing. He has spent nearly a year trying to get it open and running.
This is the place where we want to bring everybody to so they can have fun back in L.A. all day and all night. Run with your brum.
Racers with no place to go continue to turn bystanders into victims. Police say an 18-year-old racing at 85 miles per hour on a freeway rear-ended a family of 4 in this truck. The father and 2 young children were injured. The mother, age 29, was dead at the scene. Meanwhile, more and more neighborhoods are being held hostage to racers.
So the cops are never going to stop it?
Well, they might be able to come through and stop a few people, but they're not going to stop the majority of the people.
I want my sons to drive my car. When I die, I want them to say, well, my daddy did something good, instead of saying, well, my daddy, he was out there gangbanging, robbing liquor stores and stuff like that, you know.
And if you died in your car racing on a Saturday night?
Yeah, I died for something good.
In addition to Los Angeles and Miami, Houston, Detroit, and New York all report problems with street racing. Last year in Texas, authorities cited 650 people for racing.